And
Right.
we are live. This
As,
took
as everyone would say,
yeah
let's get the show on the road.
this podcast took some doing, but I finally got it off the ground. So this is Pop Culture Inquisition, where we will ask the tough questions about pop culture, various things, comics, movies, books, whatever. Except we won't talk about video games, although unless it's tangentially related to the topic, but never the main topic. So you can have any stance you want, but remember, if someone disagrees, they can question it, and you have to defend it. Hence the title, Pop Culture Inquisition. Therefore, I'm joined by two others who will introduce themselves. Who wants to go first?
Hello, my name is Kanashi Abominito, here to say that the stone in which the builder rejects becomes the capstone.
See, now you're going all religious. That's a hard one. That's a hard one.
No, it's a particular. It's, you know what a capstone is, right? And
Yeah. It's like
that could pertain to a lot. That could pertain to a lot of things, like
Heck, it's even in comics.
like
Batman.
a capstone. What a capstone does is, because I didn't know what that was until I took art history, is that's a structure in which when you take there's a stone in which holds the structure together, and if that stone's removed, it all comes apart. So it's been a phrase that's been in my head a lot, and there's been a few things, like Nintendo. If Nintendo were removed from the industry, I think it would fall apart. Nintendo is like the capstone of this industry.
Now,
So,
see, you're making that up. We all know if Nintendo left, the industry would be so much better. I know that's a troll. That's a troll answer. I'm sorry. So we got it. So who wants to introduce themselves next?
Well, I'm Triple M, and even though I'm the artist, we'll be talking about comic books.
Yeah.
With this, I'm actually don't have that much knowledge now that I'm looking for some stuff.
Damn. The comic book dude, it does not have the knowledge. Now that's odd. But who wants to? And of course I have to introduce myself. It's me, Mr. Red Fox. You know me. You know who I am. This shouldn't be a new thing. So without further ado, let's get into it. Pop Culture Inquisition, take one. Batman is a character that came out in the 1930s by Tim Kaine. Everyone assumes it was by Tim Kaine, but his original look was not what we would call.
Sorry.
It was a little weird. It was a little weird. He looked red. He looked.
He had a red suit.
He had a red suit. Sorry, not Tim Kaine. Bob Kane. Bob Kane was the original art guy. He looked ridiculous. Like he had a red suit and like a bat cape. Like he looked like the Panty Bandit. Like and not in a cool way. Like a pervert who like goes up to young girls' college dormitories to raid their panties and then run away. Like that's how it looked like. It was ridiculous. It's like, you couldn't imagine this dude. I am the knight. Oh, really, dude? Well, we're gonna lock your ass up in Arkham because you need to go there, you sick fuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
He looked a little ridiculous. I'm just saying. He looked weird.
Batman was also very pretty violent actor, because I know there was a graphic novel that came out
Heck,
later on.
Back then, he actually used a weapon, a gun.
Yeah, he was coming out of retirement. He was gonna make things right, and it was a very bloody novel. He was trying to get back that audience that grew up.
Well, you're correct on that one, and I'm just gonna show you guys something. This is what Batman looked like. This is what Batman looked like before Billy Finger got into it. as you
That's
can
weird
see.
look. Yeah, that's
I
weird
mean,
looking.
really, could you see that motherfucker coming? I am the knight. Man, you need to get your ass someplace. Shit, man. Look, you shouldn't be in public looking like that, motherfucker. Shit, man. Sit your ass
Dang, I'm
down.
not anything.
Oh, we all have to start off with a prototype. Plus,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got to mention the time too. So
It was the 1930s, but this is what he looked
Exactly.
like after Billy Finger, the real father of Batman, the dude who made him look like a dude who might fuck you up. he just might fuck you up, son. I'm just letting you know. He's a very dangerous person.
You could always make this argument because think about it. You know, it's the 1930s. People were broke. And, you
Yeah, if I
know,
saw a dude in red pajamas and a bat cape coming towards me, I'd be a little afraid too. If it was 1930s, I'd be afraid he's a new brand of the Ku Klux Klan. If I was a black person, oh shit, it's a white man in pajamas wearing a bat cape. Not one of these fuckers again.
I wonder why they would use the color red, because financially speaking, red is a bad color. You never want to be in red.
You are correct, but this is what he looked like. This is what he looked like after Bob Finger got finished. Sorry, Billy Finger. Billy Finger made him look, this dude looks like, if he caught you in a dark alley, he might beat you up a little bit, he might throw you down a flight of stairs or some shit,
Yeah.
But Kenoshi, when you say red is a bad thing, it actually does play into the character because he strikes the fear in men, basically. And
yeah, but
back in the 30s, I guess red was the most appropriate thing.
yeah, but they had a dude who struck fear in the hearts of men before Batman did. He was called the Shadow. Who knows the darkness in men's hearts? The Shadow knows. It was a radio serial. This was basically before TV and movies had serials. It was a radio serial, and he was basically the Batman of his time. And you know what the Shadow wore? A dark trench coat, a red bandana around to conceal the lower half of his face, a black hat. He dueled guns. He could use like psychic abilities to look in people's minds. Shit.
Yeah.
Actually, Shadow a pretty cool character. I'm not gonna lie.
Hold on. Since I haven't seen since I couldn't see the picture on the stream, is this Batman actually wearing boots?
Yeah, Batman wore boots. I mean, he still kind of wears boots. Just they aren't as tasteless as what as those boots were back in the day. It's not quite as bad,
And this one actually wearing trousers, short trousers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you should.
Okay.
I mean, don't forget those hot pants Robin used to wear. those hot pants. Kenoshi,
Yeah,
you got any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you guys. I think the whole red thing looks silly. I think, we're all used to the black shadow of the night. They're essentially the American ninja that will come and slit your throat if you've been a bad person. Well, today's Batman won't slit your throat. He might knock you out, but
no, that's Man of Steel. Man of Steel will totally snap your neck. No,
you won't let that go, man. You won't let that go.
I'm sorry. I will keep it. I will keep it. Batman only. I'm sorry, but I had to go there because he did it. He did it. Damn it, he did it.
That was just one time.
That's just one time. That was just one. He just did it that one time, It doesn't count. It's just that one time,
No, of course it does count, but jeez.
But anyway, as I was saying, what do you guys think about that? How that character changed so greatly over a short period of time?
Yeah, I guess they spent more time looking at concept art.
More like they actually had a budget to actually have more color.
Yeah, he used to be Batman. Used to carry a gun, and his utility belt still had everything. He straight up murdered people back in the day. Like he was snapping necks all the time. He was like there was this one dude who looked like a Kingpin analog that he straight up murdered the dude. He did like a flying one of those grappling hook jumps and snapped the dude's neck on a windowsill. It was like, damn, shit, this is not the Batman I grew up with. Jesus, you just straight up killed that dude, Bats. Jesus. Maybe I go too far with that one. Tell me about rabbits. No, I'm joking. Tell me about those rabbits. Yes.
Swear to me.
Don't swear to God. Swear to me.
Man, those movies were not that great.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Those. Oh, Jesus Christ, Christian Bale, dude, come on, man. I digress. But what was that? Oh yeah, here's what I was about to say. So Batman was originally a very interesting character, but then something happened. He changed over time. The 60s came, and they needed to bring Batman back because he had become kind of a joke character. So you did what you had to do in order to bring a character back in those times. You go to the Playboy Mansion, and you get Hugh Hefner to push a character because Hugh Hefner was a huge comic book fan. Actually, I don't know why I'm using past tense because he's still alive and he still likes comic books.
The thing is, Playboy wasn't like the Playboy today.
Well, I mean, look, listen. You still had a dude in a leisure jacket with a pipe, surrounded by hot women. So, yeah, whatever. He's in his 80s now. He can't do shit. Although they have Cialis and Viagra now, so I guess he still can do shit, technically speaking. But I digress.
That guy lives forever. But yeah.
I'm a Hugh Hefner, bitches. No, but Hugh Hefner, who I truly do believe is the real life Bruce Wayne. No, I'm joking. He's too old to be Batman, though. He's too old. They made a new Batman series that brought Batman back with and because this stuff is monetized, I don't care. This stuff isn't monetized. I can totally be honest with it. A little character that you might or may not know. It had Adam West and Burt Ward, and it was pretty decent. I always liked it, at least. And
okay, I'm back. So what did I miss?
Yeah, it was Batman, dude. It was Batman in the 1960s. Little known personal fact about myself. In 9th grade, when I took music ensemble, like in order for you to graduate, like to at the end of the course, you had to play like a sample of some music, and I played the sample for Batman from the 1960s on the drums. I did it pretty well, too. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Only 42 seconds of material was played, but I did pretty well. Because I was, I like Batman. But anyway, this Batman was very interesting because it was campy as shit. But here's what people will not tell you. It brought Batman back. And Adam West established the fact that every villain in Gotham secretly wants to fuck Batman. And if you don't believe me, watch Catwoman and Poison Ivy, and even the Joker and Penguin and any other villain. They got Batman tied up there like.
I would say that I would say that's plausible for Joker because you know how he's very crazy.
I'm just saying that a lot of people were totally wanted to have sex with Batman. I always thought it would be cool to have Batman be like, Robin, I'm about to go into Catwoman's lair. Whatever you hear, my young old chum, Don't come inside. I will be. I'll fight her alone by myself, young chum. You know, it's like it's like he goes back to Wayne Manor. It's like Alfred. He's still he went into Batwoman's lair and he hasn't left for 6 hours. Well, young Master Dick. He's you'll understand when you're older.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely charming the kitten.
Yeah, he was doing something with the kitty. Speaking of the kitty, what's the difference between an old cat and a little kitten?
Not sure.
You
What's
got-
the difference?
Well, a little pussy ain't never hurt nobody.
Oh.
Okay.
Whereas an old cat will bite and scratch and snarl at you and charge you for it. Anyway, so yeah, that's an old Red Fox joke. Not me, Red Fox, the guy who I took my name from, Red Fox, John Sanford. That guy. You can go on YouTube and listen to his records. It's awesome. Anyway, so yeah, Batman went through all of those various changes, and then he got a little campy, and he started to become a joke again during the 70s. And
but you know what? The Adam West series, I guess you can probably note it that maybe that's where they came out with the whole that parody animation.
You mean the bit pow zam? Pow pow. You know what would have made the Nolan films more enjoyable for me? This is just my own personal opinion. If they had the biff pow zam when Batman hit somebody, because Nolan's action scenes are boring as hell to watch. So I just think that maybe would have livened it up a little bit. You know, when the Joker stuck that thing in that dude's eye, you didn't have to cut, just go pow zam.
That's the thing about the whole Nolan stuff is it's too realistic. It's almost
his action scenes are just not very. They weren't very good to me. But anyway, the 1970s came and Batman got a little too campy after the 60s show. Like DC was like, we need to do something to bring it back. So here's what they did. No, they got a little known dude named Frank Miller.
Ooh.
And, well, he released a comic that gave us a Batman that we had never seen before. This Batman looked like he'd get in your ass. And I will show you him right now because he totally looked like he would get in your ass. Here you go.
It's like that big, muscle-bound, crude, old, don't give a rat's about.
This is the 1985 seminal Dark Knight. This Dark Knight Returns. This is like a late 50s, early 60s Bruce Wayne. And he comes out of retirement. He's like, I've had enough, and he just goes around fucking up everybody. Like he's got a tank. He's got a female Robin. He's like all hardcore and edgy and dark.
Yeah, I have to admit, I didn't like that band, but at the same time, I was still freaking curious.
Dark Knight Returns. He's Batman, bitches. Tell me about rabbits.
Oh my God.
Tell me about those rabbits. I'm sorry. I'm joking about the rabbits. But yeah, that was Batman back in the day. So here's what happened. Funny. basically, we've had awesome stories that came out after The Dark Knight Returns, which that expanded upon the universe and were really interesting. And yet, Hollywood and most interpretations of Batman are stuck on Dark Knight Returns. And I personally feel that's kind of detrimental to the franchise because there's other awesome, really good Batman stories.
Really?
Like, how about the time that Jason Blood, a.k.a. the guy who used to be one of the Knights of the Round Table and got fused with a demon named Azrael, who for the longest time spoke in rhyme when he's in demon form, became Batman and just went around fucking killing bad guys. It was awesome. Which made sense. I mean, it's a demon Batman. He's totally gonna, none of this, you're going to Arkham for the 15th time after you mass murdered like 10 people. Yeah. Go to Arkham.
Yeah, hell
I'm
Arkham.
surprised Batman just hasn't off the Joker yet. It's like, man, I tell you, you've been in pain.
Well, he
a long
does
time.
in The Dark Knight Returns. He snaps his neck. He's like, you know what? I'm tired of your shit. like the one thing, like he's like, you know what? Like he's at this point. Like here's the thing you have to realize about Dark Knight Returns. It's Batman when he's all out of fucks left to give.
Yeah.
Now,
That's the thing about. That's the thing that an interesting thing about that Batman because a lot of the people who love comics, because they only appeal to those people. They grew up, they moved on from comic books and they were still trying to hang on to that audience rather than trying to develop a new audience.
Man, it's the Batman who's all out of fucks to give, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Batman and The Dark Knight. Even though I'm kind of throwing a little shade on The Dark Knight, that Batman is totally. He does not give a fuck. He does. I mean, it's amazing to see Batman who just does not. He doesn't care.
and mind you, this Frank Miller comic came out way before we even had was it Tim McGinnis or was it Toby McGinnis?
Terry McGinnis.
Terry McGinnis of the Batman of the Future.
So with Deadpool being popular, do you think possibly they could bring that movie to a big screen, or do you think they would have to, or do you think they would avoid that?
What?
Do you think they would, since Deadpool was so popular and made a lot of money for a rated R superhero movie, do you think, something like a darker, like a Batman that just doesn't care anymore, do you think
They'll make a Dark Knight. Well, they've already made the Dark Knight Batman movies. Like every Batman movie they've made, except for the Joel Schumacher ones. But like Batman 1989, Batman Returns 1991, the three Nolan films, all the animated series, like Batman the animated series, Justice League Unlimited, Justice League. Like that's Dark Knight Batman. Like they will not let it go. I mean, yeah, he's not hard R, but I mean, he throws like in 1989's The Batman, he throws a dude from the top floor of a cathedral. I mean, if you thought this Batman don't kill people, I'm pretty sure that dude who fell all those floors is dead.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna make it to the sequel.
With all that, skipping the hopping martial arts, that didn't save that chap. He's gone.
Yeah, he's dead. And like Batman, I'm gonna keep it real. Batman, in terms of Batman getting the shit kicked out of him and just like getting fucked up in a believable way. Because, like I said, Nolan's films, like even the iconic Bane backbreak in The Dark Knight Return, well, the third movie, I forget the name of it, whatever. Even that iconic backbreak looked like really shitty in the Nolan films because Nolan, he can't really shoot very good action sequences. It's not his thing. But like Batman, the film that I saw Batman get the shit kicked out of was Tim Burton's 1989, because he gets the shit, like, up until that point he's kicking everyone's ass, but then he gets in the plane crash, so you know he's all fucked up from that. Then he goes up those stairs, and then it's like 7 minutes of Batman getting the shit kicked out of him. It's great.
Seriously, what about the idea of like that was, well, what you're saying, that was pretty successful. They changed up a specific character, but how do you feel when, you know, most of the time when they randomly change a character's persona to, I don't know.
You know, look, let me put it this way: these characters, it's very difficult to transfer a character's personality from paper to celluloid. Even though a lot of movies now are all digital, but I'm still gonna say celluloid because I'm a dinosaur when it comes to these types of things. So not a dinosaur, but I prefer celluloid. I prefer like physical media. So I mean, like Batman, I mean, as long as the thing about DC is this: their characters are based upon like the Roman and Greek gods.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like, whereas like Marvel's pantheon, for lack of a better word, of characters is based upon real life people that have issues. Right, like Batman's basically Hades or Pluto, if you want to be. You know, he's incredibly wealthy, but like his analog, like Pluto is the wealthiest of all of the Greek high gods. I mean, Roman or Greek high gods, but he's also the weakest, like physically speaking, right?
Yeah.
Like he can't win a straight up fight. He's got to be devious, you know, and he spends most of his time in mourning, being a gloomy bastard.
Yeah,
that sounds a lot like Bruce Wayne to me. Right. You know? And then you've got Aquaman. He's Poseidon. You know, underwater. Yeah. Poseidon underwater could go toe to toe with Zeus, and it's true. Underwater, Aquaman can go toe to toe with Superman. He can do it. Not that he would. But he can if he needed to, you know. Let's take it underwater, bitch. and then you've got the king of the pantheon, Zeus, all powerful. No one's gonna fuck with him, and that's Superman. Yeah. Except Superman isn't a philandering bastard. That's the only difference. Except not in his original form, he was a pervert though. He uses X-ray vision on human women, and then look at him and reach his hand in his pocket and do weird things.
And that was as far he would go.
But yeah, that's how it used to be back in the day. So, Superman, you know, these characters are all part of a pantheon, right? Like they're all like, you know,
of course.
You know, they're a pantheon. So, I mean, like, it's really hard for you to transfer. Like, Batman wouldn't be Batman if he was bright and happy.
Yeah.
Like, Superman wouldn't be Superman if he just went around fucking obliterating cities. Oh, I'm sorry, Zack Snyder.
I'm not gonna let it go, man. He's not gonna let it go.
Like, you know, he's like, I just killed like 20 million people. And I'm totally gonna kiss this chick in the middle of a city that was ruined with me fighting near a population center because reasons.
I'm done doing that kiss, that was really.
I just, you know, like, I mean, originally Superman was not like that. Superman was kind of a dick. He didn't have the red, yellow, and blue outfit. He was like, and even originally when he did change it to the red, yellow, and blue outfit, he was still kind of a dick. And he wasn't all powerful. Like, he was really powerful, but he wasn't, like, almighty like he is now. Like the song says, he was faster than the speeding bullet, so he could move at the speed of sound. He could leap tall buildings in single bound. He couldn't fly. He could jump really high though, and he was more powerful than the locomotive. So he was really strong, and he had skin of steel. And hence his name, the Man of Steel. That's all he could do. You know, look, that's it. I always thought it would be really cool, and I don't know how this got into Superman, but it would be really cool to have a Superman comic book series where Superman has those powers, but he has to deal with modern day shit. Like, wouldn't that be interesting to have a Superman who was that weak?
And you know, I'm surprised that the New 52 comic didn't went that route, as in, I think for maybe maybe 5 stories that they developed those powers as time went on, but no.
No, it would be cool to see Superman with those types of powers, and like he had to fight like a Metallo, a Lex Luthor, the Leech, like stuff like that. But he's not almighty. He's just a dude. He's Superman. I'll do the best I can. I can't be doing all this shit. Like I could deal with Superman who had to kill someone if he was like that, because really, like, he doesn't know if he can beat this person again.
I would. While we're talking about Superman, let's discuss the whole Goku versus Superman.
Oh gosh.
Nobody's gonna ever let that go.
They're never gonna let it go because they think that, look. Let me put it this way, okay? Screw Attack said it best, okay? Goku overcomes all limitations versus a guy who virtually has no limitations whatsoever. The only character that I could think that could possibly defeat Superman in a straight up fight would be the Hulk. And the only reason I'd say the Hulk is because given enough time, the Hulk also has no upper limit. Like, that's the only thing. Okay, maybe Captain Planet too, but Captain Planet and Superman would never fight. They never fight. It wouldn't make any sense. Why would we fight each other? That makes no sense. But I could see the Hulk fighting Superman. That would be an awesome fight.
Heck, why do you think why Batman and Superman had to fight each other?
Because Warner Brothers needed to make money.
Make Justice League.
But anyway, so
they haven't robbed enough money from gamers. I mean,
WB needs to make money, so they're like, look, we're gonna do what we need to do.
Yeah, F you all.
Oh man.
Look, man, I'm trying to get paid, motherfucker. You know. That's how they are. And I personally, I'm like WB. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with WB. Okay, I'm gonna keep it real.
Oh, I thought I was the only one.
No, I have a love relationship because WB got me into superhero movies. Like, everyone's like, you're a DC hater. You hate DC. Motherfucker, the first comic book movie I ever saw was of DC characters. And it was not the 1989 Batman. It was Adam West, Burt Ward Batman, where they actually had a throwback to that joke. You just can't, like, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb in the last Batman movie because he's got to get rid of that bomb. He's like, I just can't get rid of this thing. Like, that's basically, it was a throwback to some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hell, even Batman's like, I've got to get this away from the city. Not Man of Steel Superman, though. Just, I'm sorry. I can't let it go. I'm sorry. Fuck you, Zack Snyder. Anyway, so, it's, I mean, you know, whatever. So,
you just had to remind me about that scene where Batman was basically running around with a bomb on his
on the Bat helicopter, and then the Bat shark repellent. Oh, Jesus! That movie is so bad, it's good. It's terrible, but it's like you're watching it, you're like, I can't. This is good. I'm enjoying this. Like, sometimes I pop that into my Blu-ray player, and I'm like, I gotta watch this. I have to watch it. It's so good. Like, I have the Batman 1960s complete collection on Blu-ray, and it holds up. It literally, not everything, but overall, it fucking holds up.
No, you should have said it like this. It's so bad. It's so bad that it's so good.
It's so bad that it's good. Yeah, it's so bad. Plus, it's just like I mean, it's so like dun 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 dun. What will our heroes do to get out of this dastardly conundrum? Dun 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 dun. Stay tuned. Next, same bat time, same bat place. And then it goes to the credits. Batman.
So what? So what did you guys what did you guys think of the cartoons back in the 1950s and 60s? Because that's mostly what I grew up with, was the animation.
They didn't really have cartoons in the 50s. They had like the Super Friends in the 1960s, which I mean, come on, man. It was campy Batman, and he was okay. I mean, I'll give you this much: Batman in the 1960s cartoons still had more of like Batman the Detective going on in Super Friends and Justice League than we've seen in any of the real life. Like the closest we've gotten to Batman the Detective in the movies thus far has been in the 1989 Michael Keaton, where he's got the Bat computer and he's looking up shit and putting shit together and gives the reporter the solution of what the Joker's doing. Like, that's the closest we've gotten, because every other film is just like, and Batman Returns, where he figures out Oswald Cobblepot's background. Like, every other film, it's either Batman blowing shit up, punching people, or...
And even when they put that whole detective thing, it feels more like a slap on.
Well, they call him. Well, I mean, that's the thing. The reason they call him the world's greatest detective is because Batman originally didn't have his own comic book. It was in DC's Great Detective Stories, which was basically like mysteries. They weren't superheroes; they were mysteries. And Batman became like this detective who figured out crime and stopped the criminals before they would get away with it or before they could even do it, stuff like that. And then once people realized, hey, we like this Caped Crusader, this masked vigilante, then they said, we got to give this guy his own shit. Batman. Batman, yeah. But so I don't know. Which cartoons did you see that had Batman in it, Kenoshi?
Let's see. I saw the Super Friends stuff. Saw that a lot when I was a kid. Every Saturday.
Yeah, I know.
Every Saturday night on Cartoon Network, I would watch that when I was like 7, 8 years old.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. I watched it.
It was a fun show. But then the Batman animated series, which essentially solidified a lot of what I think of Batman. Because again, I didn't experience a lot of those comic books and stuff like that. Like the voice of Batman and the Joker, because their voices are the voice actors for those two characters were pretty memorable.
Spot on, yeah. Well, I mean, that's going to lead to our next pop culture Inquisition question, which is, who is, like, when you think, who's your favorite Batman? And you can say the old school, if you're a hipster, the old school movie Batman. You could go with the 1960s Adam West Batman. You go Batman Beyond Batman, Michael Keaton. You can, whatever you want. It's your choice.
Yeah, I'll definitely go. For me, like I said, it would be the animated series Batman. Because anytime I see somebody like the movies, like the voice of Batman just kind of threw me off because it wasn't Kevin Conroy. Is that his name?
You got it, Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, it wasn't Kevin Conroy. So I was like, this isn't working for me.
You lied to me. You're not Batman. You're not Batman. You're a pretender.
Yeah. So.
I have to agree. The definitive Batman would have to be Kevin Conroy, but my favorite live action. Oh no, I'll go last. Triple M, your turn.
Since Kenoshi already picked mine, was Kevin Conroy, so I guess I'll just say the the second best, I would give it to Michael Keaton.
Damn. All the good ones. Okay. I'm gonna have to agree. My favorite, my definitive Batman is Kevin Conroy, but I have to say my favorite like live action Batman, I'm gonna have to give it to Michael Keaton, just because he didn't even try to change his voice, and he still managed to do a credible representation of Batman. And the reason I give him the credible choice of playing Batman is because Michael Keaton, basically, the thing about playing Batman is that you got to play a good, Batman is who he is because he plays, he plays if you can't do a good Bruce Wayne, you can't be a good Batman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Michael Keaton did a really good Bruce Wayne. It's like, this dude's Bruce Wayne. I don't need it. This is totally Bruce Wayne. Whereas other people have played Bruce Wayne, and it was like a really shitty Bruce Wayne. It was like, clearly you are not invested in playing this role.
No, I just need money. I just need money.
I mean, not even that. It's just you are completely uninvested in playing this character. Like George Clooney, oh god, he is like a shitty Batman. And I know, and it's the sad thing. I know George Clooney can act. I totally know George Clooney can act. You know, that's the sad thing.
I was going to say, who the heck cast Val Kilmer as Bruce Wayne?
You know, here's the sad thing. Val Kilmer, compared to George Clooney, not a bad Batman. But he played a really shitty Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
He played a really shitty Bruce Wayne. That is the downside of Val Kilmer. He was a shitty Bruce Wayne, a fairly decent Batman, but that's about it.
Hello, guys. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, I'm glad you could join Dragon Sword 15.
Let's see, who else? Oh, we might as well ask this question to Dragon here.
Yes. Who is your definitive Batman? Like, you say to yourself, this guy. Like, when I think Batman, it's this guy or this girl. Oh no, this guy, because Batman's a dude.
Oh gosh, he has to think about it.
Ooh, you're in double jeopardy. No, I'm joking. There's no double jeopardy here.
And still pondering.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering, Pinky? Well, Brain, I think I am, but how are we going to get the hippopotamus to wear a tutu?
Oh my gosh.
What, no one watched Pinky and the Brain?
I would say
yeah, of course.
What a fun reference.
I didn't watch it probably as much as a lot of other people did, but I definitely know the idea that, what are we going to do tonight, Pinky?
Are you pondering what I'm pondering, Pinky? What are we going to do tonight, Brain? The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Yes! I'm going to take over the world! That character is a total homage to shit, I forgot the guy's name.
Like the Pinky and the Brain.
George Orwell. Not George Orwell. Orson Welles. Orson Welles. He's a total homage to Orson Welles.
Which one, the radio guy or the writer?
Well, he was the same guy. Orson Welles was a writer, director, actor. He played one of the greatest practical jokes of history on everybody.
No, there's the oh, okay, so you're talking about, because there's the American Orson Welles and then there's the British Orson Welles.
The Orson Welles who did
who wrote the book. Yeah.
No, that's George. That's Animal Farm. That's different. That's not the same Orson Welles.
No, I'm talking about the guy who wrote the book that the radio show was based off of, the Alien. Man,
Yeah, that was
radio
Orson Welles. That was a practical joke he played on everybody.
Yeah, that was a great radio show. Like, I've heard it referenced throughout various media. Throughout various medias, like, man, how could people fall for this? And then I actually listened to it. It's like, man, this is good. I mean, this still
Head
holds
for
up
the hills,
today.
folks. Head for the hills. Run for your lives.
That was good stuff. And
They're coming. They're coming.
obviously, they meant to they meant to do that. Like, they did have the viewer discretion advised this morning at the beginning of the show.
Man, that was
they
trolling before trolling existed. Orson Welles trolled people before trolling was a thing.
Before the word trolling even existed.
Right, people didn't even know. Man, you got trolled, and by one of the best, too. You believed it. God damn.
Yeah, that was a good troll.
I give him points. I give anyone points for trolling people that good, even though I don't personally like trolls. The man. Brilliant troll move. I give it up. Yeah. I bow to the master. So, since Dragon is not answering the things, so now that we've talked about who is our ultimate Batman, and I guess we talked about who was the shittier Batmans, where would we like to see Batman go from here?
Are we talking about like films or just like comics?
Period. Comics, films, animated. Where would you like to see Batman go?
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what I think I've brought this up a couple of times, and that's Batman Beyond. I want to see a good Batman Beyond movie.
Yeah, I gotta agree. That's the only place you can really go at this point because. I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired of Dark Knight Batman. I like Dark Knight Batman. I grew up with Dark Knight Batman, but we need... how long do I have to see Bruce Wayne's parents get killed? How many times do I have to see, I'm Batman. Like, the Batman who never loses, who always gets... I want to see Batman get his ass kicked. I want to see him, I want to see the next generation. I'm tired of... the unstoppable, he can never lose Batman. I need a Batman who sometimes gets it wrong,
Well, surprisingly that you said that, and when it comes to Teen Titans, you completely want to blow that off.
What, Teen Titans? Because Teen Titans sucks.
Oh,
Actually, no, I take that back. Teen Titans is good. Teen Titan Go sucks.
Oh yeah, I was about to say. We're gonna have to fight about the original.
The original Teen Titans was good. Teen Titans Go. Oh God, that piece of shit.
That's an abomination.
It is the abomination. It's the abomination from the Incredible Hulk.
I can't even understand why did they have to kill off that first one to have this, whatever you might call it.
They never finished the series. The series ended on a cliffhanger.
Exactly.
Pissed me off.
I was like, couldn't they just coexist?
No.
Warner Brothers,
go fuck yourself. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. So I have to agree. I have to agree. I think that Batman. We need to go to Batman Beyond, or if not Batman Beyond, there are other stories in the Batman universe that are interesting. Let's have Batman the detective figure out shit and not just punch someone in the face.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind the punching people in the face. Just do it sparingly. There's no other options.
Yeah. And since Warner Brothers likes bringing up obscure villains as the main bad guys in Batman movies, I want to nominate. we got to move on to the troll part of this thing, which is, who do you think would be the best Batman villain besides the Joker to have in a new Batman cartoon series or movie? Who wants to go first? Dragon Sword, you want to go first?
I'm trying to think of the toughest villain that that he would need like the greatest like a mech or something to like defeat.
This is a troll question. I'm being completely facetious. It's not a.
No.
I want people to choose someone completely like. Since in Batman Begins they had like Ra's al Ghul and the Scarecrow, and I was like Ra's al Ghul is someone that Batman very sparingly has to deal with, and the Scarecrow is someone that Batman routinely just punches in the face and throws into Arkham. Like this is who you're gonna choose to be like Batman's enemy in this film. Really, seriously? Okay, all right. Want to go with that?
I wouldn't even mind if they chose Ra's al Ghul, but how they did it, that's nerve. That sparked a nerve in me.
Yeah, it was some bullshit. All right. So who wants to go with
Okay, let me go with this. Yes, besides Joker, I have a really good one, which could really make Batman really do his detective skills or show his detective skills, which is oh crap, I had to.
You forgot his name.
It's Edward Nygma, aka
the Riddler?
The Riddler. Yeah.
Hey, see, you're missing them. It's a troll. Here I'll go. It's a troll. It's a troll question. For example, since they went with Scarecrow and what's his name, I think we should go with the Condiment King.
Is there really a character called the Condiment King?
Yeah, the Condiment King. Look, he squirted hot mustard in the mayor's mouth, and the dude started choking. It was great. Hey, get him!
What about that silly character from Batman Beyond that always was? He was like a anti-government sort of guy who always blew things up. You know, he was always ranting about how the he was a joke character.
The establishment, yeah.
Yeah, he was always ranting about conspiracy theories and whatnot. It was always entertaining. Maybe they could use that character.
Yeah, he would do. But I'm just saying. Now, I will say this much: one of the best storylines in Batman Beyond was when they brought back Dr. Freeze, and they claimed they cured him, and like the lady, she's like they tortured him in order to figure out his thing, and he's like when they did it, they're like, you may feel some momentary discomfort, and then like he gets his suit, and they're like, where'd you find that suit? He's like, oh, it's a little something I had on ice. And he goes to the lady, he's like, well, you may feel some momentary discomfort.
Wow.
Dr. Freeze, great villain. I don't know why I used a great villain. No, the Condiment King, or the Clock King, the guy who was mad because the mayor made him miss an appointment with the thing and he lost his business and he just lost his shit. Like,
oh boy, yeah, that's a good one.
I want to see that, because if you're going to go with ridiculous characters who it makes no sense why they're so mad, I think that's one of them.
I mean, come on, wouldn't the Riddler fit the profile of that?
Yeah, but the Riddler's like a major villain. I wanted someone who's ridiculous.
Oh, you want a lesser known? Okay.
Yeah, because they had the Scarecrow. I mean, why not? You know?
Oh,
Riddle me
what
this,
about
Batman? Riddle me this, Batman. Can you figure out my riddle?
Yeah, but okay. What about Mad Hatter?
Another dude who's always getting punched in the face and thrown in jail. Or thrown into Arkham.
Oh, right.
I wonder if they had a villain in Batman that ended up getting away.
Yeah, Talia al Ghul, Catwoman, Clayface.
Yeah.
Roland Daggett. Falcone.
Actually, that's one villain I wish that he died.
The Joker.
No, Falcone.
Joe Chill got away until he figured out that he killed. Like Batman revealed himself. He's like, I'm Bruce Wayne, and you killed my parents. And Joe Chill's like, I created the Batman. I killed his parents. And they're like, you're the reason that this guy is always up our ass. You motherfucker.
Who killed Bruce Wayne's parents?
Yeah, Joe Chill. Joe Chill killed his parents. And Joe Chill, like, Batman was going to kill him, but then he's like, I'm going to do something worse than kill him. And he revealed who he was. And he let him go. And he told, like, all the other villains were like, because Joe Chill had figured out, he's like, look, like, some guy is going to tell me who Batman really is. And if I find out, we can actually kill him. And then, like, Bruce Wayne reveals himself and tells him what happened, and Joe Chill freaks out, and he tells the villains who are assembled there to buy the information of who Batman really is. He's like, I'm the one, it was me, and they kill him. They torture him and kill him. What a horrible way to go. Like, they all just gather around to beat the shit out. I mean, really, he should have kept that to himself. Like, you know what? Yeah. I fucked up. I'm sorry. So that leads to the end of Pop Culture Inquisition. Anything you guys want to plug, push, pimp out before we're done?
Not really. I have my Nintendo Direct reaction video, which floods into a random talk video at the end, but I think people will enjoy it. So go check that out.
Okay. Dragon Sword, anything you want to pimp out?
I had a theory, actually discussion video on like the sun and moon. If Z and Delta Emerald is not going to exist, I usually do like theory videos or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your shtick. Theories. Cool. Triple M, anything you want to pimp out?
Well, I got nothing to pimp out but just my artwork, so catch me on DeviantArt.
Okay, all right. And his videos, even though they're on DeviantArt, are not deviant. his artwork is not deviant. Which leads to me, it's me, Mr. Red Fox. I haven't done much this week. I was supposed to do a whole bunch of stuff, but, shit, I've been busy. So I'll try to get out some of my stuff that I promised I'd get out, like my Tavern Tales and my response videos tomorrow at tomorrow at the same bat time, same bat place. Tomorrow at a certain time, I'll be doing a little something called at 6, I'll be doing my BS Busters, which is going to be a very interesting experience for everybody involved. It's going to be the Moral Crusaders edition. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be talking about how everyone is constantly getting mad about certain things, censorship, feminism, and gaming, stuff like that. And I'll implore the gaming public, like, why can't we go back to just enjoying games for the sake of enjoying games? Why does everything need to be a social crusade? Not to say that socially unacceptable things are going, like you shouldn't buy Custer's Revenge because it has a dude raping a native tied to a cactus. That's not cool. But overall, I mean, people need to just chill out, because not everything's gonna be to your taste, but don't get mad at other people because they don't agree with your stance. But whatever. So yeah, look forward to that, and I bid you a good day, good night, peace.
I resent this episode. I should be the star of the show. Where's the Joker in this thing? I've got some people on the list.
Whatever you